Chris, thanks. For years, townships in Wood County have been down a rough road trying to find answers. Dairy farms in the area causing what they think, these officials think, could be up to $10 million in road damage.
And the problem is no one has the money to fix them. Our 11 Investigates team has been looking into this. Kaylee Marentet is in studio. Kaylee, who's responsible to pay for this?
Dairy farms are looking to townships and counties to pay, while townships and counties are looking to the dairy farm and the state to pay. A years-long problem and debate has many still searching for solutions.
How long have you lived here?
46 years.
Don Ziegler knows these roads like the back of his hand.
Nowadays, a repair is about as good as a Band-Aid anymore.
Except now the roads are getting out of hand.
I am really hoping we get some help from the state or somebody. Like I said, we just can't keep up. This started out just like that, out in the grass.
Ziegler is a board trustee for Portage Township in Wood County, just south of Bowling Green. It's also where BB Land Dairy is located. The business has been here for nearly 15 years, and it requires a lot of these.
None of these roads are built for weight. It's the constant repetitiveness of the dairy trucks, the milk trucks, the silage, manure. I mean, I've sat at my house and counted 30 trucks go by my house in a few hours.
The trucks aren't just putting holes in the roads, but also the township funds.
It's right around between 160 to 170,000 just to do 1 mile of road. For Portage Township, we have right around $190,000 road budget. So if we dump all that every year, every other year into 2 miles, 3 miles over here, then the rest of our township is neglected.
The State Department of Agriculture just approved the farm to expand from 3,000 cows to 5,000. We visited the dairy farm and spoke with the owner. He claims that he's offered to help the township pay to fix the roads, as well as for the machinery to do it. WTOL 11 asked Ziegler if that's true. He says the owner was interested in paying until they gave him a dollar amount, adding that the township recently asked the farm to split the cost of a $38,000 drag, which would help maintain the roads. But he says the owner had no interest in paying. We reached out to the owner, and unfortunately, he has yet to respond.
If you can picture this coming straight through, that's where the road used to be. Most of your township roads are anywhere from 12 feet to 14 feet wide. There's so much traffic, we've actually ground that road up and laid it back down, and it's wider. I think it's right around 22 feet now. So you take that material cost and just basically double it.
If you drive about 30 miles southwest to Jackson Township,
these roads are terrible.
You'll hear the same things from Jackson Township board member Greg Panning.
We're not going to be able to sustain the rate that we're going now to maintain the roads the way they are. It's just not going to happen.
Another dairy farm with a different owner, hitting the township with similar problems.
I'd say we're going to be going to stone roads before too long because of the constant travel that they have to do.
This farm is looking to expand too, with an application into the State Department of Agriculture to bring in another 1,200 cows. We stopped to talk to this farm owner, who admitted he hasn't approached the township about road costs since starting the business in 2006.
It's the only industry I'm aware of that I can point to where you can trace the damage right back to their doorstep.
This is Wood County engineer Jason Sisko. He says between these two farms and another one in Liberty Township, there's 65 miles of road damage from the farms in the county.
A conservative estimate would be $6.5 to $10 million to fix that amount of damage.
And just like the townships, the county doesn't have the money.
Our road budget on a year-to-year basis is about $2 million to maintain 245 miles of road.
With the most destruction happening on township roads, which Sisko says they can't pour all of their money into.
I don't know anywhere else in any part of our society where you can go damage other people's stuff and just say, oh, that's your problem to figure out. I mean, where else can you do that and not have responsibility for what you've damaged?
Townships and counties do have the ability to lower the legal load limit, but the problem for Sisko is that he says it would hurt neighboring farmers too. Another option is to raise taxes. But for many, a draw to the area is affordable living. State Senator Paula Hicks Hudson says townships might have to do that.
If you can't provide the services for the citizens, and if people moved out because they didn't want to pay the taxes in Bowling Green or Rossford or Toledo or what have you, and then they're complaining about the roads.
Even at the state level, Hicks Hudson says there's no money to dish out to townships.
Unless there's a change in legislation or there's a change in funding, no.
With rough roads seemingly always leading to dead ends.
We don't know what the answer is. We just know that this is not sustainable.
It seems like the townships are reaching for a helping hand that doesn't exist.
The road keeps getting wider and wider, you know, but what do? These guys still have to get their milk out.
I'm not against the dairy. I grew up around here. I grew up with cattle. We just need help or it's just going to continue to get worse.
I asked the State Department of Agriculture if they consider infrastructure before approving expansions. They responded with, as long as the farms meet criteria within the Ohio Revised Code and the State Administrative Code, they can get approved. Permit requirements for the state spell out that the farm would just need to notify county and township officials of the expansion, infrastructure needs, and financing for that infrastructure. The hang up here is that the requirements don't state who is responsible for those finances. Portage Township will receive a grant in the spring to work on Portage Road, but Ziegler says these are only temporary fixes. In studio, Kaylee Marentet, WTOL 11.